electric problems for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to fix it. I don't think they did.
Gotcha.
Hey, them people's only been in there a week.
Huh. What's up, guys? We are here on a house fire, 421 South Pickaway Street. They are currently putting smoke on it, as you can see. As you can see, there's a decent amount of smoke coming from about everywhere on the house. So we are at a scene of 421 South Pickaway Street, report of the house fire. As you can see, decent amount of fire here. They are bringing in the blowers now to blow out the smoke and stuff like that, but there is definitely some fire. They've definitely breached the house and spraying inside the house, as you can see. Huh? Yeah. The guy down the street says that they've had some electrical problems with that house forever. That's my kid over there. Yeah.
The little girl down there, she said she used to live there.
Right.
Down there with the little lunch bag, she said she used to live here a while back.
Yeah.
And then the house right there in front, didn't they have fire and they put that modular in there? The woman said no, and I said, yeah, they did. Didn't they? You remember that fire there?
It's crazy. As you can see, you know, the decent amount of smoke and stuff, and it's happening. You can see the smoke and the steam and stuff coming from all sides of the home still. That left side is really starting to smoke back up. You can see the difference is when you see white smoke, that's usually steam. When you see that black smoke, that usually means fire. So according to the neighbors here, they said that they just moved into this home. One of the neighbors down the street says that, as you can see, that fire is still rolling in there pretty good. One of the neighbors said that they just moved in like a week ago to this home. One of the neighbors down the street said that that they've had electrical problems in the home for a very long time. So I'm hearing a couple other mutual aid ambulance fire departments now. This one's kind of losing control. As you can see, the fire on the roof is starting to really roll now. Yep, Eric, exactly, Eric. Another unit is coming in now. It's probably Scioto. Probably get some Pickaway in here right now. Oh, we do have Pickaway here too. We have Pickaway and Circleville here. This is 421 South Pickaway Street. This is just south of Main Street. Harrison Fire is here now also. So we have Harrison, Pickaway, and Circleville here. Yeah, see that fire is rolling over there on that left side.
Oh, wow. Come here. Right there.
Wow.
Watch this side right here. You'll see it. Watch.
So so Pickaway is now Pickaway has now rolled their lines down the street here to one of the other hydrants. So they'll supply Circleville, and Harrison will probably do the same exact thing.
No, one of the people down there. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Or get in the truck parking lot walking down this way towards Pickaway Street. You'll see, you can see all the flashing lights. Park in the truck.
So it looks like it's possibly not a single family home. It might be a it might be a two-family home. I'm not exactly sure. There's a door off the left side also. So some of these older homes and stuff, they use them as duplexes, and they have two units in them. So not exactly sure, but so they'd have several units inside.
It's on fire over here, Jeremy.
What's that? Yeah.
It's really blazing now.
You can see the smoke that's coming off of this home right now. See the flames are burning off the side here. It's starting to rain here now, so I don't know if that'll help or not. So.
The mask house, it keeps there, it's where it takes on the back.
That one whole house is not a double.
That house is my buddy's cousin. They just
one house.
So Circleville
they gotta watch.
Police Department has this area shut down. So.
It did. That's what he said. No idea. Why?
They're keeping it wet so we don't do it. Catman!
I have never seen.
You watch how they all work?
I know
It's gonna have to be tore down.
And you see there's people on the left side in the Scott Air Packs, and they're getting ready to go inside the building on fire. Isn't that cool?
I thought they already did.
I say by the look of the back.
They do have hoses in the inside. There, as you can see, there's a line right there in the front door. There's firefighters inside the building right now working from the inside. So a lot of the fire, as you can see, is in the interior, not in the exterior. So hosing it in the outside isn't really going to be as effective as fighting it in the inside. So. What?
I'm guessing the people are already out.
Yeah, people are already out. So as you can see, that a lot of the fire right now is got that darker color, and that means that there's smoke, there's actual fire, versus white, which would be more of a steam. So Circleville is now setting up their ladder truck to fight this fire from the roof. As you can see, it's getting really dark really quick, and that's the sign that we're burning. Cold.
I'm not used to this stuff as it are you.
Come here and I'll walk up a little
You
bit.
probably do this like every day.
Yep, I do.
In the rain and stuff.
Yep. back to the van if you want to. Sit in the van.
No, what he's saying.
Okay. And again, this is 421 South Pickaway Street, right here in Circleville, Ohio. We are just south of Main Street, about 2 blocks south of Main Street. They do have the road broke down. The Circleville Fire Department is here, Pickaway, and Harrison Township is here so far. They're preparing to set up the ladder truck here, and they're going to fight this fire from above, trying to reach that second story area. Can be difficult at times. So.
They also broke open the fence.
Yep. So sometimes with these older houses, it gets inside the attics and the eaves and stuff, and it continues to cook in there. And even though what they're doing inside right now is they're using poles and stuff to pull down the ceilings and try and find where the fire is. Firefighters on the right side are hosing down the house on the right side there, trying to make sure the fire doesn't spread to another home. These homes are very close together, as you can see. That's a fire chief right here. Box 65 is here now. You see Box 65 walking in. So they change up their system where they actually get dispatched more with the fire department than they did before. I was talking to them over the weekend about that. So that's why you'll see Box 65 here fairly quickly when you didn't see them as quickly as before. They have a new dispatch system. See that smoke rolling again on that left side of that home. Seems like that's where the fire has been, is on that left side.
There's a chainsaw.
So one thing that you guys aren't seeing, I'll show you real quick. The Pickaway Fire Department, you see the line there, it's not ready yet, it's not filled with water, but you see this line that they have, it's daisy chained to the main tanker, and it's hooked to the fire port down there to get water, and they're hooked up. And you have, on this side, you have Harrison Fire kind of setting up to do the same thing. So, and you can see the main water that they're getting is from a hydrant that's down the street over here. So they'll hook up to multiple hydrants and kind of feed the tankers that are fighting the fire. And that's what the mutual aid will do. Not only will they bring in extra guys to help fight the fire and help pull stuff down from the roofs and inside, and when people get tired, they also will set up access to more water and help supply the main firefighters that are actually fighting the blaze. But it looks like, to me, from here, it looks like the left side of the home is where that fire is kind of still rolling. As you can see, the firefighters are inside the home with hoses, and what they're doing is they're digging in the walls right now, pulling down, the drywall or whatever is on the walls, and they're getting into where the insulations are and inside the cavities of the roof, and trying to find where that fire started and get it out from there. you doing? You see one of the firefighters right there has got an axe in his hand, and the guy that's walking right now, he's got what they call a pig pole in his hand, and that's used to pull those ceilings down inside the home. And that's what they're doing right now, is going to those secondaries. They also have a blower up on the porch here. That red machine right up here is called a blower, and what they'll use that for is to pull all the smoke out of the house, so the firefighters inside can see. Because right now inside the home, there's a lot of smoke, and it's hard, and visibility is really difficult. So. Thanks for the stars, guys. I appreciate that. You can see that smoke is rolling again against that left side and right here on this eave. And like I said, the white smoke is usually evaporation and stuff, but when you see it turn darker, that's usually fire and smoke from fire. Because these buildings, once they catch fire, they get really hot. And you think about all those metals and all that stuff, it gets hot. So when you put water on it, of course it's going to steam. So firefighters will usually work in shifts also. When the fire's been knocked down to a point where they're just searching for fire, you'll see firefighters come out. You can hear that noise going right now. That means that somebody's got an empty tank. But they'll work in shifts as they go. You can see one guy's got a chainsaw, one guy's got an axe. They're in there, labor intensive, chopping into walls, pulling walls down, getting access to different things. And when they're doing that, it's physically exhausting. Plus you're on an air tank. So you'll see guys come out here and kind of standing around for a minute, and they're getting their breath, they're getting relaxed for a minute, they're getting their equipment checked before they go back in. That's what you see right now. You're not seeing inside the house that there's multiple teams inside the house actually fighting this fire right now.
Oh, he has the chainsaw.
Are you getting cold? You want to go back to the base? Go back to the base? I don't know. Not too much longer, I don't think. You can see that fire up there on those eaves. See it continues to start to change brown again and stuff. That means that fire isn't completely out in that attic. See it over here, how it's turned kind of darker.
All right, no, hold on, no, wait a minute. No.
And that's up in the attic areas, so I'm guessing that main attic on the second story is where they're really concentrating to try and get up into now. That's where we saw the fire breach from the left side earlier. So they're bringing the ladder truck up. They have 2 firefighters in it. And they're going to bring that over the top, and they will probably, that chainsaw you saw earlier, there's probably one of those firefighters has that, and they'll probably cut a hole access in the roof of the home. They also, if you can see on the ladder truck, there's a hose on there, a mainline hose that they can spray down and into the fire if they need to, so they can get kind of above it. They're probably not going to. They're probably going to cut a hole in the roof with that chainsaw. But you can see that that smoke has turned brown again, and that means that fire is still rolling up in there. So one of the reasons why you haven't seen firefighters on that roof, you see that second story roof, that first story roof, this one right here, that's a like a metal roof, and that's slippery for firefighters, so they can't really necessarily get up there safely sometimes, and that's probably a call by the chief. And that's the reason why they've used the ladder truck and not really climbed too many firefighters up there. Firefighter safety, kind of a big deal. These guys, they work in some crazy situations. I mean, think about what's burning inside that house. It's plastic. It's insulation. It's all these different things that they can breathe in and stuff. Cancer-causing stuff at times. So they have to really be careful of where they step and where the fire is, but also the chemicals that are in the air. Yep, in older places, when they do renovations in older places, it creates little pockets inside the homes and stuff, and they have to dig through all that. As you can hear, the chainsaw, as predicted, was there. So they're gonna cut a hole in the. As you can see, they've cut a hole and accessed. That's where you're seeing all that steam and smoke come through. They're cutting right there. And that's to access that attic, to get water in that attic and fight that fire, because that's where they're guessing the fire is at this point in time. And they're fighting it, and you notice that they're cutting that right off the ladder truck. They're not even stepping on the roof, probably because the roof is unsafe at this point in time to step on. So, if a firefighter stepped on that roof, they could go right through the roof. So it's just another firefighter technique. As you can see, that smoke is just going to be billowing through that hole of that roof. So you think about how hard that probably is, leaning over a ladder truck to try and cut that with a big old chainsaw. Oh, you're pretty warm. So now they'll use that pole, as you can see, they're using right now, and they're going to poke at that and kind of make a hole. And you look at the smoke that's going into their cabin right now as they're working. Look at that smoke's going directly right into their face now. Now you can see where the fire is. You can see that darker smoke coming through that hole. You can even see a little bit of fire coming through that hole as they've opened up that top now. There goes that section they cut off. You can see that there's some black smoke happening here on the right side also, on that back side of that home. And I don't have access to the back side of the home to see what's going on back there, but they might be, and the fire might be through the roof over there. You can see it can just really billowing now. And what you're not seeing is some of the firefighters that are working, like I said, inside and on the back side of this fire. You know, they're working this fire from within because there's no real holes on the outside of this house yet. So they're pulling roof off, they're pulling ceilings down, they're spraying inside cavities like the roof in the attic and stuff. They're giving access. There's probably firefighters right now on this second story right here. You can see these guys down here. They're getting tanks, getting fresh tanks on. They've been fighting. You can see their red faces. They've been dealing with the heat inside. They just came from outside. They got new Scott air packs. They go in teams, and they'll be going back in, continuing to fight this fire. It's low visibility in there. You see all that smoke that's coming out. That was inside that house too, and that's what it looks like inside there. You can barely see anything. So those guys up there on the ladder, they both have Scott air packs on also, because of course smoke rises, so them being right up above it, you know they're gonna get it, as you can see. Sometimes you're working in no visibility. As you can see, there's two guys on there, you can't even see them. And it's not only that smoke that you got to work with, it's all that heat. You know, that's hot. You're working above a fire. It's a great shot right there. You can just see what firefighters have to work in. And as you can see, the firefighter Chief Thompson's right there watching. He's giving instructions as he goes. He knows what's going on. He's giving instructions to both Pickaway Township and Harrison as they work through this. So it looks like they may be cutting a second hole over here to the right. As you can see, they've moved over, and they'll probably cut another access. Sadly, most likely this home will be a total loss. Gina, they are spraying water. There's multiple units inside the home, but because the fire hasn't reached the outside walls, spraying it on the outside, you're not going to get to the fire. So there's multiple fire groups that are actually inside the house right now, pulling down the walls and pulling down the ceilings and fighting the fire from within. There's also a couple of firefighters you can see on the right-hand side over here fighting the fire on the back side. So it seems like the back side has got more fire than the front side. But there's firefighters that are inside the building in the front here, and on the left side there's an access also. And there's multiple teams have come in and out. So utility worker right here on the left, he looks like he's turning off possibly water to the house right now. As you can see, they're cutting that second hole like I predicted on that right hand side, trying to access that attic. And obviously, you know, that's where a majority of the fire is now. You can see water spraying over the roof now. So there's a firefighters fighting the fire on the back side with a hose, and it keeps coming over the roof. So that wasn't water. As you can see, this is the Columbia gas guy. So he shut off gas to the house. Electric was already shut off. Both those things can cause hazards also to firefighters if they don't get shut off quickly. Of course, gas makes sense. Electric makes sense, but you can see that fire is still that darker smoke coming in. That means that that's fire, not steam. The steam will be bright white. These accesses do a couple different things. They can fight the fire through those and spray water through those. They also get the smoke out of the building so the firefighters that are inside can have more visibility. Because you can imagine if you're inside that home right now and you see how dark that smoke is, you can imagine what that looks like. You probably can't see too much. I used to be a firefighter. back when I was younger. I was a firefighter and I learned quite a bit. I've been on structure fires like this myself. I've been inside there's situations like this where you all you have is an axe or a pole, and you're trying to pull down ceiling and you're trying to pull down drywall, and it's hard. Think about just major construction going on while there's a fire going on and while you can't see anything. And that's what firefighters do. Working on trying to vent that right side now. You can see all that smoke and stuff that's billowing out. That left one. And think about how exhausting that is. I mean, these guys are athletes. And if you just joined us, we are here at 412, I'm sorry, South Pickaway Street. We are about 2 blocks south of Main Street in Circleville, Ohio. So, I don't know if you can see this now, but we got some fire cresting here on the ridge of the roof now. Actual fire that you can actually see.
Oh, I can see some fire.
Yep. So it sounds like there's a fourth fire department coming in now for a little bit more mutual aid. Because you think about, here we've been here about 30 minutes reporting on this fire. You have all these guys inside and they're working, and it's exhausting. And so they need more guys a lot of the times and more access. So the more firefighters they have, the more people they can kind of give breaks to. They'll pull some firefighters out, let them get a break, get some food in them, get some Gatorade in them, because this is just like running. Then they'll swap them out for other guys, and those guys will go in for a little while. And they'll just keep rotating them. That's why it's important to have, and I think I did a story with Chief Thompson last week where he said it was important to be able to give mutual aid to Pickaway Township and Harrison Township and all these other fire departments, simply because when you call for it and you need it, like in this situation where you need mutual aid, the guys come. And from different areas of Pickaway County, and sometimes outside of Pickaway County, to kind of fight a major fire like this. There's a lot going. Like I said, there's a lot going on inside you're not seeing. With that fire being right up there in that attic, they have to get access to that attic. And most of the time, if you've ever got access to your own attic, you know that there's like a little tiny 2x2 doorway to get up in there. Well, that doesn't do it. And so they have to make their own holes. So they're digging and pulling, and in the middle of a fire, in the middle of smoke. So it's difficult.
How are you?
Not too bad. How are you?
Good. Susan's on her way back. These people just rented this house a week ago.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So is it just one house? Yeah, some of the information that I got earlier today was that the people that just moved into this house, literally just moved into it about a week ago. The neighbor down the street caught me as I'm walking up, knowing, that I report news. He said that for 6 years that this property has had an electrical issue. That's what he said. That's just hearsay at this point in time, but that's what he said to me. That there was known problems, he said. You see how dark that smoke is. There's definitely still a fire in that attic. You think about insulation and you think about what's in attics and stuff, and it can be great for starting fires once fire gets into them. But once it gets into that wood and gets so hot, I mean, all that wood can turn fairly quickly.
You're going to church tomorrow, Sunday? Is this going to be Sciotopost?
We're live right now. Like I said before, earlier, we have a couple of different mutual aids here. We have Harrison Fire, we have Pickaway Townships here, Circleville, and Box 65 is now on scene also. Box 65 helps with the guys, and they when they come out and they're tired and stuff, they set up like a aid station for them. They check on the guys to see if they're overheated, how they're doing. They feed them, they give them, they hydrate them with like Gatorades and stuff like that, coffee, hot coffee, because it's raining right now here and it's cold. They make sure that they're okay, and then they send them back in, and that's kind of the rehabilitation that Box 65 does for the area. That's why we've been a big supporter of Box 65 since I knew about them, because I knew how important that is to these guys that come out and they're absolutely exhausted from working inside this fire. It's a cool group. You should join their Facebook group. They have a local group here. They sell fish fry through the summer, and I tell you what, that's a good fish fry too.
Yeah, with the hair up.
Yeah.
That fire, as you can see in the middle of the building, is cresting again. See that smoke has turned really dark again in the attic. You can see fire right there in the middle section. But yeah, somebody mentioned smoke damage and stuff. You see what's going on in this next door neighbor's house right now. I mean, they're getting all of that right in their house right now. That's got to be awful too. Not saying that people who live here, it's pretty awful. They just moved in a week ago. As you can see, that firefighter that's attempting to get on that metal roof, he's checking that metal roof to make sure it's safe right now. He may be going up to break some windows out of that second story. That's a slippery roof. See that roof, see that ladder itself has got hooks. See the hooks it has? And he's gonna put it right up to that roof and go over that roof, and that way they can hook it right there. They're gonna get up there and they're gonna get a hose and they're gonna start spraying inside the accesses that they can on that roof. You see, they're gonna feed the hose. See this firefighter down here? He's gonna feed the hose up to him here in a second, so they can spray inside that attic. Firefighter on the right hand side, he's got access to that second story also, and he's starting to dig in. He just broke a window on that side. Hearing another unit, fire unit coming in now for more mutual aid. So it looks like a tanker is rolling in now. It might be Circleville's tanker, just for extra water. Maybe the backside. As you can see, the firefighter on the right hand side's got an axe and he's working his way and slowly working with an axe, trying to axe into the side of a home, and that's not super easy.
Oh, I can see some of the fire through the window.
Yep. So I wonder if I can zoom in on this, guys, but if you can look in this second story window, you can see fire right underneath that ladder, right underneath where that firefighter's fighting. There's fire inside that building.
I believe that the fire inside the window is coming up and it's appearing there.
Yep. There's probably a hole in the back roof on the other side. You think it's hot up there for the firefighter?
For sure. I mean, it is a fire.
So he's opened up that secondary vent that he had. That's what he was going up there for, is to open up that vent on the right hand side to get some more smoke out of that home so they can continue to fight. If you guys are just joining us, this is 412 South Pickaway Street, right here in Circleville. This is about 2 blocks down from Main Street. Who you shoot for?
I work for Getty Images, actually.
Getty? Gotcha.
Yeah. But I'm working on a docu totally separated to this. I just happened to roll through.
Yeah. So what do you? So when you're doing Getty Images, where do you?
So I submit these to my editor, and they post it up on.
That's cool.
So they put it online, and normally they have like thousands of different clients. Some are news, some are like corporate, so it depends. Something like this, I don't know. I don't know where it will go.
Right. Yeah, it's 412 Pickaway Street. We're about 2 blocks away from Main Street South. So if you guys are knowing the area, Fat Daddy's Pizza, an old pizza shop, is right here to the left. So that smoke has changed. It's getting a little bit lighter, and that's a good sign. So there's a lady here. As you can see, there's lady firefighters in our area. One's right there is getting, she's getting suited up and ready to go in right there. Clear Creek firefighter. We do have ladies that work locally. I think that's great. Yeah, it was a typo. Originally, the call came in as 421 South Pickaway, and by the time I got here, I noticed it was 412 Pickaway. It just, you know, when things are coming as breaking news like this, sometimes calls aren't exactly completely 100% correct. So when we get a chance, I'll re-edit that. It is actually 412 South Pickaway Street. But as you can see, this is happening right here, right now. So earlier, if you guys have been on for a little while, I told you that Pickaway Township here was hooking up to this line. As you can see, that line is now filled. That's from that hydrant over there. They have multiple hydrants that are hooked up to different fire equipment, and they're hooked up into the main firefighter equipment here, the first line, and they feed basically the first line water continuously and make sure that they have the pressure they need to fight the fire. So as you can see, that smoke has dropped significantly in those second stories.
Have you had the chance to see the backside?
I have not.
It's pretty bad in the back.
Yeah, how did you get access?
I just walked the full around.
Is it just right there?
Actually, try this other route, around the left.
You-
They might stop you on the right.
Right. But you walked in between the buildings and got it?
No, I went around.
Gotcha.
There's a little
Alleyway?
alleyway.
Gotcha. So we're gonna move to the backside then. Thank you very much. I'm a local news guy, Jeremy. Sciotopost.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah. Money. So we're gonna try and move to the backside and see what the backside looks like There was a photographer for Getty Images here, and he told me the backside was pretty bad. So we're gonna sneak around and take a look at the backside and see. As you can see, there's many firefighters kind of waiting in the wings here to check out, to help along. We got Salt Creek is here, Southwest Pickaway from Williamsport. So you have probably 4 or 5 different mutual aids going on right now in the area. So we get to this other side, this back side of this building. We're going to take a look and see what we can see back here. Give me a second here, guys, and we'll get the back side of this building. I was told it was significant compared to the front side. So, hey, ma'am, I got my kid in tow.
They probably won't let you get past this one.
Yeah, just was coming out the roof, bro.
So here we go. Yoder, can I get here?
It's okay here or these lines?
What's that? All right, I'll go up and stay back here then. Thanks, Yoder. So you can see the damage that's back here is a lot more significant than it is in the front. So he said I could get right about here. Stay right back here. As you can see, they're fighting that fire. You see the damage to the fence line, the neighbor's fence line right there. So they're trying to fight to keep that fire from spreading to that other house also. As you can see, most of that roof structure on that backside is pretty gone. So the back side of the house is what I can see from the fence. I'll bring you up a little higher. A lot of that back side of that house is pretty gone. It's pretty blackened. Michelle, I'm not 100% sure. The reports I have, everybody has been out, but I'm not sure. This was called in by a neighbor, and it wasn't actually called in by the homeowner. So. What do you think, that crazy?
It's
All right, we gotta go back around. Yoder, you want me out? You want me to go? So they have the electric company here now. They're working right here.
Hey, you know what?
Let the police do their job. They'll tell them. And see, that backside is still pretty hot. He is trying to help, but there's 3 officers there. It's my kid. I brought him down here so he could see what was going on. So I was parenting. Yeah.
I know.
Thanks, Sarah, for correcting that. If I can get one of the other guys that are on here on Sciotopost to re-edit that, it'd be appreciated. Originally, it came in as 421 South Pickaway Street. Neighbor called it in, so probably didn't know exactly what the address was. So that's how the call came out. When I showed up, there was smoke everywhere, so you couldn't verify that address. So I went with it, and of course now we know it's 412 South Pickaway. That's what happens kind of sometimes with breaking news, is get a little bit of small details go out through scanner traffic or through just local traffic and whatnot, and they get a little bit misconstrued, but we figure it out in the end. Your hair's wet.
But it seems like it stopped raining.
Yep, for a little bit.
That was like that house fire on the
So yeah, going back to somebody's question, everybody got out. I'm not 100% sure on that yet, so I'll get back to you. They did send people inside and searched. I'm guessing they did do a search, so, but I can't say 100% sure at this point. I was told earlier by neighbors that the people that just moved in here a week ago, sadly, and I did have a neighbor complain that he said that they had an electrical problem, some sort of electrical problem with the house for 6 years. He complained directly to me. That's just hearsay at this point in time, so we'll get official fire report afterwards. But yeah, they've been in there a week, so you know all their possessions have been boxed up and put in there, and probably lost everything. And we'll get some of that information if the family wants to reach out to us and ask the community to help. We'll do that, and we'll put out some information for them. So I'm seeing some water coming out from right here. That means that there's firefighters inside that are spraying inside the attics, and they're spraying the water, and of course a lot of the structure of the roof is gone because it's burnt up, like the plywood or whatever. So when they're spraying, it's actually going through through the roof, and you're seeing some of the water coming out because, you know, fire hoses are pressurized. Mary, not at this point in time. This is active fire. It's happening right now. Fire department hasn't been able to get in and kind of find the problem of the fire. They're just putting the fire out now. So we'll find that out. We'll get that report here in a couple of days, and they'll give me an idea of what they think has started the fire. Yeah, be careful with it then. So now that the smoke is cleared, you can see on that left-hand side, see over here on this left, you can see some of the damage on that back side of that home. It's most of the walls are gone back there. So you can see that little outbuilding on the back side that's connected to the home is got a decent amount of damage also. I can see light. See if I can get to it, guys. I'm gonna zoom in here for a second. I can see light from one of the firefighters. You can see it right there, underneath that eave. One of the firefighters' lights as they're up there working, looking for fire and stuff through the walls. Yes, this is a great time to promote that. I love that somebody mentioned that. The farm to food, local churches here in town are going to be giving away 1,000 boxes of meat, produce, dairy, and all this is coming from a tax incentive from the government that they're basically taking farmers' meats and farmers' milk and stuff. You know, all that stuff you saw 3 and 4 months ago where farmers had to throw away milk and throw away, and they were throwing away product. The government has given them money till the end of the month to basically take those foods and take all that stuff and give it away. So there will be 1,000 boxes, and you don't have to be anybody special. You just show up and get a box of food, and that'll be this Saturday, and we will go live. So make sure you stay and follow Sciotopost. We'll go live and talk about it with the pastors that are doing this drive. It'll be at the Carnival Foods, the old Carnival Foods parking lot. I think it's from 2 to 4 on Saturday. So they'll be giving away, I think it's 40,000 pounds of fresh meat, fresh dairy, fresh produce. Just all you got to do is show up, and they'll put it in your trunk and drive away. It's kind of a great outreach for people in need right now due to COVID, due to things like this. Really, really neat outreach for people. Go look.
Huh? What, with him?
Yeah,
No.
that's me.
Oh, on here? So you're hearing yourself with yeah, right there.
Yep.
That's me.
You sound different on this.
That's what people say.
Wait, you're right there hearing yourself right now.
Right.
I didn't know that. I thought your partner was with you too.
No, just me.
I thought for some reason he owned that one, but I
I'm the only
Okay,
one
it is
that
him.
came
probably
with
not
it.
the day you wrote.
Angela.
It is what it is.
He was hearing himself talk behind his back.
I can wave. Wave. Say hi. He was watching me just a minute ago.
I was saying, I don't know how many hands. I got both phones in hands.
So I'm gonna move to the front side here. Looks like they want to. Looks like we got a majority of this out now. Now the fire department will have a. Okay, we're gonna move to the front side, guys. So the firefighter will have a majority of a bunch of firefighters down here all night off of Pickaway Street. So because the fire will have hot spots, and those hot spots can reignite. So they'll have somebody. Hey, Eli. So those hot spots will could ignite the fire again. So they'll have guys down here kind of keeping an eye on this fire all night. So probably a good area to avoid. As you can see, there's an incredible amount of firefighters here. I'll get a shot of them here in a second. We walk back around. So this is just north of East Union Street. East Union and Pickaway Street. That's where this is. So we're gonna get to this front. We'll take a look at the front again. See what it looks like in the front from the back side.
I saw it.
Yeah. You see all the firefighters here that have been inside working really hard. As you can see, most of the fire's kind of kicked down now and got it kind of under control. What you're seeing now is mostly the heat, the water, you know, the fire, the hot spots and stuff, just drying up the water that's in there and creating the steam. So I'm going to go ahead and end this live at this point in time. It looks like the firefighters have this under control, and I'm going to find out and get some information here about what happened. So, all right, guys, thanks.